Welcome back to the Underground Broadcast.
Live.
Cheers and tag lick. Cheers, motherfucker. Thank you for being here on a Friday night. I hope you had a good week. We made it through the week. Cheers to Super Saiyan Joko.
Live.
Let me hit your intro, Joku, because you're here.
I want to have the world's most comfortable pair of ultra soft.
Cheers, Joku. Cheers, Antaglick. Antaglick. God damn it, that name's hard to say. Check it out. I went to the store and I asked the guy, because you know what I drink, and I'll say it. They're not a sponsor, but I drink Miller Lite. All right, I just don't do what I prefer because of the taste and the calorie intake. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's roast. Fucking roast. What up, motherfucker?
Live.
Welcome to the show, motherfucker. They're the guy who watched wrestling with us. Well, I went to the store and I asked for I couldn't find the Miller Lite. And the guy tells me it's right there. And he points at this. And I told him, I'm like, there's a lot of Mexicans over here, and you know, I'm a Mexican. So believe me, we try to pull fast ones on people and be like, oh yeah, don't worry, this ain't beer. Here you go. Don't worry, just buy it. And I was all like, fuck yeah. I dare come back here, you motherfucker, try to rip me off. This ain't the beer I like. And I left because I know it's a white can. And so I fucking traveled to the fucking Walmart to go buy beer. And when I got there, I go to the Miller Lite. And the cans are gold. And I was like, holy shit. I told off that poor Arab, the Indian or Arab dude. I don't know. He was definitely not American. I told off that foreigner and shit for no reason. Because apparently Miller Lite is now celebrating 50 years of getting people drunk and fucked up.
Live.
So they got this fucking golden can for everybody. It's pretty cool. So cheers to you guys. It sucks because I don't know if I can go back to that store because I kind of, I told that guy that he needs to take his ass back to his country, and that Trump, I was gonna call fucking ice on his. I told him off. Fuck you. You don't have my beer, motherfucker. So I don't think I'm gonna have to find another store to go to. What are you gonna do? Anyways, let's get the show on the road, motherfuckers, because we got a lot of shit that went down this week. Don't forget to subscribe to our social medias. The Underground Broadcast for Instagram, at sunofman665 for Twitter. And unfortunately, we still don't have a Rumble handle, because apparently to get a Rumble handle, you need to get at least 20 motherfuckers subscribed to you on Rumble. But since nobody's on Rumble, nobody likes us. And nobody even likes us on this fucking channel, but that's okay. Thank you very much, Super Saiyan Joker!
Live.
Who made a $15, I think it was $15. I don't know. I got an email. I haven't checked in, Joku, because I was busy getting ready. But thank you very much for the donation at Ko-fi.com/The Underground Broadcast. Anything you donate, we will spend on this channel. As of now, I guess the $15. I'm just going to put it aside, and we're going to wait to either renew the subscription for the AI we're going to be using, or or upgrade the subscription for the AI. I don't know. We might even get another AI program. Who knows? But thank you very much, Joku. Just know I'm not spending it on drugs or alcohol or nothing like that. That money you donate will go to the channel, and I'll show you when it donates and shit. So cheers. Thank you, Joku. Appreciate you very much. Love you. But let's get it going, motherfuckers, because I know a lot of shit's been going down this week. So we're going to get it started with your weekly political breakdown.
Is on? Hello, hello, hello.
Or news, whatever.
Hello, no ho. Okay.
In the Ice Age, how much taxes did people pay?
Richard Nixon, surprisingly, had problems.
You could experience everything from a plane crashing into our trade center to a...
The dark side is very powerful in Biden.
That's a banana republic without the banana.
I'm being indicted for you. Thanks a lot.
Jesus was arrested.
His gaggle of crackpot lawyers.
I'd say sometimes to a lawyer, are you sure you want to represent me?
His weight is listed 215.
He looks good, and he looks hard.
Should rather let
What?
Thank you. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, notification button to stay up to date with your weekly political news here with the Son of Man and the Underground Broadcast and the fucking Woke Pack.
Woke Pack. Live.
All right, let's get it going. And we're going to start off. I'm going to need a beer for this. Cheers. Brand new one there. We're going to start off with the embarrassment of the week. But not from our country. No, my friends, because this week, Presidente Macron was completely embarrassed by his own twice his age wife. Yes, my friends. I think you all have seen it. If you haven't seen it, I'm here to show it to you. This dumb son of a bitch was leaving, and I guess they were arguing, and she fucking, pushed him. And I'm gonna freeze it right here. Look at this fucking, and then his face when he realizes the door is open is priceless. Look at this idiot. Oh shit! Oh my god, what a dumbass. Fucking completely embarrassing himself and shit. Yeah. And then, he tried to play it off. He goes down with his wife after this. He tries to pull his arm out and shit. And she doesn't even bother grabbing onto him at all. And she's like, fuck you. Look at this lady. This lady probably weighs like 71 pounds and shit. She's a lot older than him. She's probably like 20 years older. This old lady picked him up at a bar one night. He was a bartender. He was a bartender. He used to wear one of those little cutoff shirts with the little bow ties. She was there and she picked him up and she groomed him, as they say, and prepped him. And now he's the fucking president of France. She's the made man. This lady knew exactly. She molded this youngin' when she picked him up. And she don't take no bullshit from no little boys. That's why she fucking, I don't give a fuck if you are president, motherfucker. I ain't taking no bullshit from an old little boy. Little boy. That's what this lady said. And so she fucking embarrassed it in front of everyone and shit. Of course, they asked this motherfucker, hey, like, your wife and shit, and what happened? And he's like, no, merci, some shit like that. I don't know. I'm going to translate it to English because I don't speak fucking baggot. All right? But he said some shit about, it was just playing around because I said a dirty joke, and she said, oh, you nasty man. But she was just playing with me, you see? Everything is fine, everybody. Cheers!
Live.
What a fucking dumbass. An embarrassment to his own country. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the only thing that's gonna fucking make you look better is if you make a deal with Trump to make some money. Maybe we can share some of that big, beautiful golden dome and cover France with it, you dumbass. Because right now, you're an embarrassment to your entire fucking nation. Look at this lady. Dumbass. He probably doesn't even fuck her good. The idiot. Oh, embarrassing to be a French person right now. That's what I would say. Cheers to that. Thank God we're American. No, my friends, but the embarrassment, unfortunately, doesn't stop in Fat Paris. Because we do have our very own embarrassments here in America. And this week, goddammit, a reoccurring fucking embarrassment. I don't know why they haven't put this guy out of his goddamn misery. But I'm talking about none other than goddamn John Fetterman. This cue-balled, fucking autistic, mental patient. You know why the fuck he got elected? He came out on an interview and he himself, they're not even rumors or ex-staff members throwing him under the bus. This is him answering questions in an interview for a magazine. Of course, I did a magazine, so we don't have video. You dumb sons of bitches. All right, don't worry about it. But apparently, this idiot said during the interview that sometimes he just doesn't even feel like going to work. And he doesn't even want to go to Washington to vote. And he doesn't understand why he has to do these things. And he would rather stay at home playing fucking Xbox with his lesbian non-binary daughter. I'm not even fucking playing. I'm playing a little bit. But that's what he said. All right, that's what he said. And he also says that he regrets ever letting anyone know, the public, that he is mental and demented and autistic. Because now nobody leaves him alone. And they don't let him fuck off like he was doing for like the past, year and a half that he was elected. Now all the Democrats and everyone else is finally figuring out that this guy's a fucking idiot. And they fucked up by electing him as an official. He's still wearing the same goddamn gym shorts when he got elected. Motherfucker. He's having mental breakdowns, crying right there underneath his desk. He's not going to Washington. The Republicans are passing every goddamn bill in this country because this idiot's not there to vote against them. But that's what you voted for in America, you dumb goddamn Democrats. Oh, yeah. Yep. Fucking Fetterman, man. I don't know how these people keep getting elected. These people that can't even hold a fucking day. Like, they break down during the day because the fucking the fucking dog shed in the living room. And they freak the fuck out because that never happens. Or sometimes the mailman doesn't come at 3 o'clock. He came at 4:30 and they're freaking the fuck out about it because it ruined the day and shit. These kind of people shouldn't be in charge of decisions. Shouldn't be in charge of local governments and shit. Somehow we got this motherfucker getting elected. He's over here crying the motherfucking to an interviewer, telling them that he doesn't feel like going to work. He doesn't feel like going and working for you, the American people. He doesn't feel like going to Washington to do his job. And he literally said he'd rather just stay at home, play Xbox with his fucking daughter. Fucking idiot. While I'm sitting here telling you all this nonsense, just remember one thing. This dumb son of a bitch is getting paid to fuck up. And he's getting paid a lot more than you and I. Alright. Fucking dumbass. Alright, we're done with Fetterman. I'm done talking about idiots. I want to talk about winners. I want to talk about champions. I want to talk about motherfuckers. So let's get into it. Let's get into Donald J. fucking Trump.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs.
I want to build the wall. We need the wall. But we have some bad hombres here, and we're going to get them out.
All right. This guy's amazing. He is. I haven't even started, and already I'm in awe of his orange aura. Just radiates with power and presence. It's something that has never been witnessed since the beginning of time. Jesus himself predicted this would happen. Fucking shit. We're here, everybody. Let's get with it. This Monday, our nation celebrated Memorial Day, a day of remembrance for our fallen heroes, all those poor sons of bitches who realized that they were never, ever going to make it in college, who realized they were never, ever going to make it at a desk job, and realized the only fucking option I have is either join a gang, start committing crimes, or join the military. And God bless them for not becoming fucking criminals. Because we got too many of those motherfuckers running around. But don't worry, Trump is going to deport a lot of them. He is. Not all of them are illegals, but a lot of them are. Anyways, those poor sons of bitches who went out there, collected a paycheck, killed a bunch of people in the deserts for your freedoms. Some of them didn't make it back. Some of them lost limbs. So we have a day once a year to thank them and remember the sacrifice that they did for the money and the love of this great country. God bless them. President Trump was out there with his whole cabinet. Everybody was there. I don't have video, but that hottie, Tulsi Gabbard, was there too. Yeah. Anyways, it's a great man, you know what I'm saying? Keeping up with the old tradition, being respectful. And it was it rained that afternoon. They waited. The motherfucker says, "No, we're gonna wait. The rain will pass, and then we will honor our heroes." I'm sorry, my Trump ain't that good. Fuck you. What a great man. What a great fucking man. So, one question remains. How did the Democrats celebrate Memorial Day? Well, I don't know. We should ask Chicago's very own woke mayor, Brandon Johnson, how we should celebrate Memorial Day. Here's his video.
Hello, I am Mayor Brandon Johnson, and I am proud to join you in recognizing and celebrating Africa Day. The continent of Africa is made up of 1.2 billion people with diverse countries full of rich traditions, cultures, and heritage. The African diaspora can be found in cities and countries around the globe. And right here in Chicago, our proud African communities have made indelible contributions to the growth and fabric of our amazing city.
Happy Africa Day! If this ain't the most racist fucking thing ever said coming out of a black man, American black man, by the way, I don't know what is. This is some racist shit. Look, motherfucker, ain't nobody, and I literally mean nobody, not even the goddamn Native Americans, were fucking native to this land. Everyone migrated somehow. But on Memorial Day, a day where we remember the fallen that fought to establish this country that you currently not only were born in, but are living in and thriving in, apparently, because you're the goddamn mayor of a fucking woke city. And to tell motherfuckers to celebrate another country's shit. Motherfucker, do you see me celebrating Mexico or Spain and shit? Do you see the motherfucking white motherfucker celebrating Israel or celebrating motherfucking Germany Day and shit? on Memorial Day? No. It's some bullshit. You know, currently they said that the Democrats right now are so confused as to why the fuck no one is voting for them anymore. Why the fuck they don't have the support of the people anymore. But most importantly, why it is that young men, black men, are not responding to them anymore. And they're spending or investing more like they're spending the fucking money they stole the last 20 to 4 years from you, you idiots. They're going to invest $20 million into researching to see how young men think nowadays and how can we sway them back to the dark side. Well, let's take a look at how young men think nowadays by reading this idiot's comments on YouTube. Now from the video it is a long video. He explained exactly what Africa Day is, you motherfuckers. Yeah, this was on Memorial Day. Yeah, instead of coming out and saying Happy Memorial Day, celebrating the black African American troops that sacrificed themselves for you, you come out here and you talk about a bunch of motherfuckers that, number one, don't give a shit about any one of us. And if we were over there, they would fucking kidnap you, extort you, chop your heads off and shit. They would do it. They would. Just because you're an American, you idiot. They don't give a fuck if you're black or brown or yellow and shit. Here's what young men thought about his dumbass fucking video. Yeah. Chris Wilson says, this guy's a clown. Dari Bradley said, he is Haitian, not a generational black. A dumbass. He's not even from this country. He's another Obama, another plant from the government here to fuck shit up. David says, Africa Day. Did the first I've even heard of this. I must really be fucking white. And this guy is so fucking black that his own mother doesn't even say that that's his son. She says, man, like my other kid, this guy's so black. He's blacker than my other kids. I'm ashamed. She doesn't even admit that that's her son. And this guy says, damn, I never even heard of Africa Day. I really must be white. No wonder my mom hates me. What he says. That's what he said, not me. Some guy says, I've lost all empathy for blue states. They keep voting in the same emptiness, just a different face. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not going to go on. They go on and on. This guy says, we celebrate America here, buddy. Yeah. Like the blacks that live here should. It's the roots, just like mine, you idiot. We were born in America, not Africa, you idiot. Why do you think they're called African Americans? Because they were born in America, so they don't fucking know a goddamn thing and could care less about that goddamn continent, you idiot. This guy says, I'm American. This is a black man, Shamel Davis. All right, hottie, motherfucker. Go ahead and click on this thing. He makes badass music. He says, I'm American, motherfucker, not African. If you love there, then go live there. I can't believe I used to be a Democrat. Puts a little a laughing face. There you go. That's how young American males think like Democrats. This fucking idiot. This embarrassment of this country. Go celebrate your Africa Day in Africa. It's Memorial Day, you idiot. Something a great man knows a lot about. God bless. God bless Trump. God bless America. And God bless all the fallen. God bless this country. Cheers.
Live.
And God bless Mr. Anthony Timmons. Cheers.
I spent 8 years trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply
a dancing clown that's been convicted of 38 murders.
I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
See anything you like?
See anything you like?
Hey, Tibbets, get your ass away from there. Cheers, Tibbets!
Live.
Happy Africa Day, Tibbets. Don't you ever forget where you come from, motherfucker. Cheers. Somebody's alarm is going off outside. I know for a fact it ain't my car. You know how I know? Because my alarm doesn't work. And no one would dare break into my car. Seriously. I mean, for starters, I don't even fucking pull up the windows. They're rolled down to begin with. So, you know, already it's really shady. You want to go in there? Go ahead. I dare you. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's talk about a little bit more about this great man. You better start celebrating Africa Day, Anthony Timmons. It's a very important holiday. Just ask the mayor of Chicago. Cheers! Don't worry, Timmons. Don't worry. It's all good. I was just trying to get it out, fellas. I know I was acting a little slow there, but when you feel it, you feel it. You gotta get that sucker out. I got it out. Anyways. Trump also has had enough and is ready to get all of these Ivy League fucking pussies that keep bashing this great nation of ours. He has said this week that he is going to stop funding, the government is going to stop funding Harvard and the rest of these pussy-ass, I'm better than you fucking colleges that give away scholarships to nothing but foreigners that as soon as they get their degrees, do nothing for this country. Instead, they get on the airplane and leave the fuck out of there and take their knowledge and fucking shit and everything they learned and all the secrets here in America that we gave them, and they take it to their country so they can be better than us. God damn it. And Trump is tired of it. And he's tired of all these pussies. Fucking the Jew-hating pussies and the Palestinian sympathizers and these fucking, all these protestings and these motherfucking lesbians and non-binaries. He's tired of all of this. No more. That's right. Harvard, a school that gets $53 billion a year in donations just so these pricks can walk around saying they're better than you. Yeah. How are you better than me since I've been working since I was 16 years of age? You're 42 years old. You still don't have a job, you son of a bitch. Fuck you. Well, how does that make you better than me, you pussy? Because you got a piece of paper? You went to some fucking pussy-ass schools on my dime? Because it was my taxes to pay for your fucking scholarships, you pussies. Yeah. That's the truth. I'm saying the truth. I'm not saying nothing that's not right, not true. Fuck all that shit. Here's Trump to tell you more about it. And fuck you.
Well, we're going to see. Look, Harvard has been a disaster. They've taken $5 billion plus. $5 billion. Nobody knew that they were making this kind. If we didn't do this, we would have never found this out, Pam. They're taking $5 billion. And I'd rather see that money go to trade schools. And by the way, they're totally anti-Semitic at Harvard, as you know, and some other colleges too, in all fairness to them. And it's been exposed, very exposed. And I think they're dealing very badly. Every time they fight, they lose another $250 million. Yesterday, we found another $100 million. And they have, they have a fund, an endowment, $52 billion. All right? They get a lot of that from the United States. And I think it's ridiculous. I think everyone's coming up to me saying, we love the idea of trade schools with that kind of money and money from others, but money from them. You can have the best trade schools anywhere in the world. You give them to Iowa, Indiana, lots of good states, well-run states. And you give them the money, they can only be used for trade schools, and they'll teach people how to build motors and cars and AI. You know, the AI, we're building plants, we're building hundreds of billions of dollars worth of AI plants, already started, many of them.
We don't need any more of these pussy-ass motherfucking thing. They're burying you motherfuckers that wake up and sit over there in front of their fucking laptop at Starbucks, sipping on their piece of shit $12 fucking venti coffee and shit, and then show up to work fucking 3 hours late, and they have a better office than you, and they don't do jack shit and walk around and then get mad whenever you make racist jokes about fucking Indians or blacks or Mexicans and shit, and they say it's not appropriate and you shouldn't be saying that at work and shit, and they walk around with their coffee and shit, and you know goddamn well that you can kick their fucking ass in a fight any day of the week. We don't need any more of those motherfuckers. What we need are fucking engineers. We need fucking, we need motherfuckers that fix cars. We need motherfuckers that fix toilets and plumbings and shit. The lights in the streets are all fucked up. I always take 40 minutes to get to work because, goddamn it, that light's not in sync with the other light. We need motherfuckers that know what the fuck they're doing out there. And Trump is sick and tired of the money going to these pussies over here in the schools. They're bashing America. They hate America and shit. Fuck them. Let's give it to the motherfuckers that are gonna fix America. Fix all the plumbings. Fix all the roofs from all the fucking, the goddamn motherfucking, the hail from the storms and shit. Yeah. That's what we need. And Trump's gonna take the money from these pussies and give it to trade schools so real motherfuckers can fix America. God damn it, I love this man.
Live.
How is any of this bad? How is any of this bad? Huh? Fucking pussies. Walk around with your Palestinian flags, you motherfuckers. I dare you! Any one of you pussies out there, Palestinian supporters, to take your ass, buy a plane ticket, go to fucking Palestine, and go over there and try to help them out. I promise you, they'll hang your ass. Yeah. The very people you're trying to fucking help will hang your ass. Because they hate you. They hate your privileged fucking life that you've been living. They hate everything about you. Yeah, they do. It ain't a lie. It's the truth. It's the truth. These idiots, they walk around with their fucking piece of paper. I went to school for 13 years. And I didn't pay for it. Uncle Sam, Joe Biden, my uncle Joe Biden paid for it. And he said I didn't have to pay it back. No. Trump says you gotta pay the money back, you pussies. Go get a job. Start paying it up. That's right. All right, well, I'm done talking about these Harvard pussies. All right. But this is not the only thing that Trump had to tackle this week. Because God knows why. And you'll see why I mean only God knows why. But peace talks have been ruined between Vladimir Putin and Voldemort Zelensky. Here we have Trump trying to unite the world, trying to make the world a better place for you and me. And these fucking idiots are fucking it up. The Middle East already got on board. Everyone except for Iran and Israel, because they're being idiots. Hopefully they'll blow themselves up and we don't have to deal with any of those two assholes anymore. What happened? On Monday, Trump, last week, it wasn't Monday of last week, not this week, past week, but the last week before the last week and shit. Or we do the show on Fridays, all right? Don't you gotta understand? We're recapping. The recap of last week. God damn it. Trump said that he was arranging peace talks with Putin and Zelensky, and it was going to go down at the Vatican. But what happened? We don't know. And reporters wanted to know until they asked Trump. And this is what went down.
Yeah, I'll give you an update. I'm not happy with what Putin's doing. He's killing a lot of people, and I don't know what the hell happened to Putin. I've known him a long time, always gotten along with him, but he's sending rockets into cities and killing people, and I don't like it at all, okay? We're in the middle of talking, and he's shooting rockets into Kiev and other cities. I don't like it at all.
Mr. President, what do you want to do about that?
I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. We'll see what we're going to do. What am I going to tell you? You're the fake news, aren't you? You're totally fake. All right, any other questions? I don't like what Putin is doing, not even a little bit. He's killing people. And something happened to this guy, and I don't like it. And something happened to this guy, and I don't like it.
Something happened to this guy, and we don't like it. God damn it. Something happened between last week and this week that changed Putin's mind. Did you see the fake news trying to clickbait, trying to get one of this gotcha journalisms on Trump, and the Trump's all like, what do you want me to say? Aren't you the fake news? You want me to talk to you? You fucking fake news. You pussies. And Trump didn't give him what he wanted. He said the same thing again. I don't like it one bit. I don't like it at all. God damn it. It's a very, very dangerous situation because Trump and Putin were very good friends. And Zelensky was the pussy. Zelensky was the guy, that kid that wants to hang out with you and your friends in high school. But you're like, God damn it, like, he's a real pussy. But nobody hangs out with him. And we don't want to let him in our crew. But he kind of shows up every day because we're not assholes and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's Zelensky and shit. But all of a sudden, Putin's being a dick. I don't know what's going on. It sounds to me like the Chinese got to Putin. Yep. The Chinese are our enemy. Chinese know they've been backed into a corner, and the Chinese know that Trump is a force to be reckoned with. And they need allies. Nobody's on the Chinese side except for fucking Kim Jong-un. And that dumbass can't even get a goddamn ship in the water. It literally falls and breaks halfway and before they even put it in the water. That idiot. So the Chinese know they can't depend on that dumbass. So they gotta find someone else. It's gonna be Putin. This is bad. This is bad. We need to dump Zelensky. We need to let Putin just run over the Ukraine. Get this war over with and get in line before you die of cancer, you son of a bitch, because we know it. Everyone knows it. The fucking Putin has cancer and they're lying to us. The Russian media's lying to us. Keeping him alive and shit. He's dying. It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about it. We're moving on from this Russian shit. Because something that happened this week that a lot of the fake news is really laying it into. Before I go into, I gotta lay it into somebody. I'll lay it into none other than this channel's very own Street T Tony.
Yeah, but while you were singing that, I wrote another tune.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Got that costume on for, man. You ain't no cholo, you're a culo. You ain't no cholo, you're a culo. Takes a lot of cojones to be a cholo. You ain't no goddamn cholo. Why you got that on? Why you got that costume on? Because that's all it is. For you, it's just a costume. Take it off, homie. Take it off.
Beaners!
Beaners! Cheers, Tony. A little late. I'm sorry. I'm in the zone. You know what it is. Tell the news on a drunken high. Cheers.
Live.
All right. The fake news. We make a big deal. about this, but none other than Elon Musk has left the Trump administration and the DOGE, Department of Justice. Yep, he's packed up his bags and moved on to try to make it to Mars. He still hasn't gotten a goddamn fucking rocket, to leave the atmosphere. I mean, even Bezos did that. They're not technically away from the fucking Vanderbilt or the radiation belt that no one, not even NASA, has actually been able to pass because it's impossible. They'll die. Everything burns and shit. They don't have it. They're lying. They're lying. No one's going to space. All right, only the aliens. But anyways, Bezos goes to the atmosphere, the upper atmosphere, not even space. But this dumbass can't even get to the upper atmosphere, and he wants to get to Mars or whatever. But yeah, so that he's done. He said, "I did my job, President Trump." He went an interview on Sunday. He says, I'm happy with what we did and all the corruption that we caught the Democrats stealing for the past 4 fucking years and shit. But I'm very disappointed, he said. I'm very disappointed that this big, beautiful bill that the president is trying to pass is only going to add more to the deficit. And he said, I want to badmouth the party because I like everything they've done. But I just want to say I'm not responsible for what happens from here on. Peace out.
Live.
So this motherfucker just abandoned ship and pulled a fucking Pontius Pilate. I'm going to wash my hands in this water. I didn't murder Jesus. You all did. You fucking Jewish scum. No, I didn't say that. Pontius did. All right. It's in the Bible. Go read it. Anyways. Let's keep going. You motherfuckers. The media. The fake news. Want to clickbait. Go after Trump. Try to trip him up. You know how that works. Mr. Trump wasn't going to have none of it. He said, I'm tired of all questions. I'm tired of this. The fake news and the journalism. He said, that's it. I'm sending Karoline Leavitt. Take care of this question about Elon Musk for me. A little hot, eh?
President Trump was asked what he thought about Elon Musk's claim that the big, beautiful bill increases the budget deficit and undermines the work of DOGE. And the president didn't actually comment on those remarks. He just talked about the need to support the bill. So what does the president think about what Elon Musk said?
Well, the president is very proud of the one big, beautiful bill, and he wants to see it pass. He wants the Senate to get to work on it and send it to his desk as quickly as possible. Of course, as you know, Elon Musk announced last night his departure as an official special government employee from the Trump administration. We thank him for his service. We thank him for getting DOGE off of the ground, and the efforts to cut waste, fraud, and abuse will continue.
So he doesn't have any comment about Musk saying it adds to the deficit and it undermines all his work?
The president commented on this. I commented on it. I told you that this bill saves $1.6 trillion, according to the Council of Economic Advisors, and the analyses that the president believes in. So he gave a comment. I give a comment. Just because you don't like that comment doesn't mean it's not a comment.
Just because you don't like the answer doesn't mean it's not true, you dumb fucking bitch. Oh, yeah, cheers!
Live.
Karoline Leavitt, don't fuck around, fellas, is all I'm gonna say. You can't put nothing past this little hussy. Cheers, DMT!
Live.
Hell yeah. That's why Trump got her. I'm telling you, this is not like that little confused fucking little black girl that fucking Joe Biden had. That poor little girl, she went in there and she didn't have answers sometimes, and she would just walk out, and throw the papers on the ground, and And she, she didn't know what to say, and it was kind of sad. This chick right here, you could tell, God damn it, she's been in the debate team since she was in the 6th grade. Ain't nothing. You can tell her, you can put her up there and tell her, you tell these motherfuckers that fucking this apple is color orange, all right? And it's a red apple. And she'll go up there and she'll fucking tell you that bitch is fucking orange, and you're gonna take it, you son of a bitch. All right? You're gonna believe her too. Trump knows what he got. That's right. And Trump was sick and tired of all these motherfuckers coming out here, talking down all week long, trying to talk down about his greatness that he told Karoline Leavitt. I'm tired of this. Go down there to the fake news and set the record straight. So he sent Karoline Leavitt down there to set the record straight on all kinds of shit to the goddamn fake news. I'm going to say the name because I took this video from them because they interviewed this little hottie. And if I say the name, we're going to get copywritten. But you know goddamn well who the fake news is. But here she is on schooling these fucking elite shadow government puppets on all sorts of subjects. Subjects like the tariffs that are working, by the way, in case you didn't know.
There is good news today. Consumer confidence hit a record high, and also the highly respected pollster Matt Rasmussen showed that the majority of Americans view our country as heading on the right track under President Trump. This is a stark contrast to what that same polling showed under the previous disastrous administration led by Joe Biden. As for the trade talks, since you mentioned them, I was just going back and forth with our United States Trade Representative Jamieson Greer, who informed me that the Trump administration continues to be in intensive talks with India, and the president, of course, has applied very public pressure to the European Union so that they, too, can have a miraculous trade deal just like we cut with Britain and our friends in the United Kingdom. So we continue to move forward in cutting good deals that put the American people and the American worker first.
Good deals that put the American people and the American worker first. Straight out of the lips of this blonde, blue-eyed, sexy woman. That's right. Shut the fuck up. The tariffs are working. And you know what? She even schooled them on the one subject that no one's trying to talk about, the fake news, trying to pivot into some other shit. But you all realize that Joe Biden, they've now come out and said that he really was mentally not there. And Joe Biden not only was mentally not there, but he was also dying of cancer this whole time. Something that was kept for the American people. So before they replaced him with Kamala Khan, I need you all to understand this. Before they replaced Joe Biden with Kamala Khan, the Democratic Party was trying to sell you a dying, cancer-infested, demented old man as their candidate for 4 more years, knowing goddamn well he was probably going to die within the next 6-7 months, which is probably going to happen to him, poor guy. They knew it. The biggest scam, the biggest fucking scam ever exposed, and no one's talking about it. People should be going to jail right now. Karoline Leavitt, let them know.
I believe the president certainly thinks there should be. And I know James Comer, our friend on Capitol Hill, is interested in bringing some people to the Hill to testify about what they knew and when. Because, again, this is not just noise. This isn't just about a book. This isn't about just who knew what and when. This is about who knew about the policies that were being implemented that had grave consequences and a grave impact on our nation's national security and our homeland security. Policies that took the lives of innocent Americans across the country, like the open border policies that led to an illegal immigrant invasion. People need to be held accountable. And who knew what and when are certainly questions that need to be answered.
Who knew? I'll tell you who knew. Kamala Khan, Nancy Pelosi, Jill Biden, everyone on Fox News, MSNBC, and CNN. They knew. I played you video last week of one of those idiots literally saying, press record right now. And I did, because I played it. This Joe Biden, not only mentally, but physically, is the best Joe Biden ever. Fucking dumbasses. The media was in cahoots with the motherfuckers pulling the string on this old man. People should be investigated. People should be going to jail. Unfortunately, we have a pussy-ass Indian, Kash Patel, running the FBI, who ain't never gonna do nothing. We talked about it last week. I'm not gonna get into it. Fuck you, Kash Patel, you pussy. Let's keep going. Karoline Leavitt settled the score and finished him off with this Harvard bullshit these motherfuckers keep talking about.
I watched the left-wing cable media, CNN, on my television in the White House all day today, and they were up in arms over the president's common sense policy when it comes to federal funding for Harvard. And not a single one of those left-wing reporters can answer the question of why an institution that is pushing anti-American values with a $53 billion endowment should receive a single penny of taxpayer funds. And the president is more interested in giving that taxpayer money to trade schools and programs in state schools where they are promoting American values, but most importantly, educating the next generation based on skills that we need in our economy and our society. Apprenticeships, electricians, plumbers. We need more of those in our country and less LGBTQ graduate majors from Harvard University. And that's what this administration's position is. And we also are not going to tolerate the illegal, criminal, anti-Semitic behavior that we saw take place at Harvard and many other college campuses across the country.
We need less of these motherfuckers dressed in orange that lay down in front of the streets because they don't want you driving fucking gas cars. But then, at the same time, they get mad when you go buy an electric car from Elon Musk and they'll set your car on fire because you're buying an electric car from Elon Musk. We need less of those confused, demented people. And we need more electricians and plumbers and shit like that. This chick, she gets it. She gets it. Common sense policies. God damn it.
Live.
This isn't rocket science. God damn it, I'm not the smartest human being on earth. I mean, I think some of you have figured that out already. If you haven't, then god damn it, you're more lost than I am. But let me tell you one thing, even I understand that everything that just happened is good. We don't need these idiots fucking off, making things harder for the rest of us. Look, motherfucker, if I'm a waiter at a restaurant and I go up to you and you're, oh God, obviously a man, because my own fucking eyes that I have had sight with since I was born can tell that you're a man. And this coming from a man wearing makeup, because I can look in a goddamn mirror and I can tell that I'm a man. Yes, I'm a man. But if a goddamn waiter goes over there and says, "Sir, can I take your order?" and that son of a bitch loses it and makes a fucking scene because he says, "I'm a man, I'm a miss." How dare you? We don't need more of those people around. So why the fuck do we need to be funding the institutions that are creating those people? All right? That's all we're saying. All right? If somebody's making troublemakers, why are you going to keep giving them money so they can keep making more troublemakers? All right? It's simple fucking common sense. God damn it. God bless President Trump and God bless Karoline Leavitt.
Live.
All right. But we're done. I think it's us and the man just sucking fucking President Trump's dick and shit and all his ass. And yeah. All right, we're done. We're just sucking up to Trump and shit. We're gonna suck up. We're gonna suck up to another great man in this country. I'm talking about none other than RFJ Jr. Who this week has decided to save us from the dangers of Skittles. That's right. No longer will the chemical titanium dioxide be included in your candy. That's right. For those of you who don't know what titanium dioxide is, it's some shit they had to paint. You know, the shit you used to paint your house? You know how sometimes you go and you try to get the right color? You want to make sure those colors are nice and vibrant and bright? Well, you want to know what makes those colors in the paint vibrant and bright? Titanium dioxide does. And Skittles uses it to make your candy really fucking bright. So something you use on your house, on your walls, you've been digesting and ingesting and shitting out your asshole. And then you wonder why motherfucking 30-year-olds suddenly are dying of stage 4 rectal cancer. Look at this shit. God damn it. God bless Bobby Kennedy here, man. I tell you right now, this man is doing wonders. And the fact that people judge him and they say, "Oh, he's crazy. He talks like a robot and he's got blue eyes and shit." Fuck you. This guy's trying to save us from simple things. You have any idea how much garbage is in our fucking foods and every product? That's, you know, the reason why things are able to stay at the stores for months and they have a shelf life. You go there and you try to buy the milk that lasts 3 weeks because you know goddamn well you ain't gonna be able to fucking finish it in a week. So you buy the milk that has the longest date. And you wonder why the fuck that shit lasts for so long? Because they put shit like titanium dioxide and shit to make it last longer. They put ass in the products. You wonder why the fuck most of us are dying of ass cancers and colon and pancreas and shit. Your kidneys, you're failing. Most of us are malnutrition and shit, overweight, diabetic. You wonder why? This guy's trying to save us. How dare you? How dare you judge him and talk shit about the one man who cares about your health? Fauci didn't even do nothing like this. You know what Fauci did? Fauci gave you COVID, gave you injections and fucking vaccines so your future children can be born autistic and shit. That's what fucking Fauci did, you idiots. This motherfucker is trying to save you, future generations, from eating bullshit candy bars with titanium dioxide and shit that's gonna like fucking make your babies be born like idiots. We don't need any more idiots, all right? God damn it. But you know how it is. The radical left, the goddamn Democrats always talking their shit, already running their mouths saying, oh, this is Skittles, and this is like the gays love Skittles, and this is like against the gays, because if you're gonna take the color, the vibrant color of the Skittles, how are we supposed to taste the rainbow? And we're like, that's like us. We're all about the rainbow. And so they're being fucking pussies about this kind of shit. Goddamn. Oh, my Skittles are a little darker than they were before. Big fucking deal. Eat your fucking candy and shut the fuck up. Idiot, go back to sucking dick. I know I would, you dumbass. Anyways, God bless men like Bobby Kennedy. Because you know what? At least he actually cares about you. Unlike some of the other politicians you voted for. AOC. Fuck you, Chick-fil-A bitch. Oh yeah, cheers, everybody.
Live.
Alright, don't forget to subscribe and all that bullshit. Cheers. Alright, we're done with the goddamn weekly political news. Let's get this show on the road and keep it going with the goddamn weekly pop culture breakdown. Cheers, everybody. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and hit that notification, because YouTube likes to not let you know when we're gonna do live streams, and they like to not tell you when my videos are online and shit and a half. Fuck you, YouTube. But anyways, we're not gonna waste no time, because all of Hollywood has been scared. All of Hollywood has been hiding in their rich mansions, in their basements. No one is going out. No one is calling TMZ. I'm going to be here. Come shoot some pictures or ask me questions so I can be on TV. No one is doing none of that shit. Why? Because of one man and the implications he brings to everyone else. That's right. Let's get straight into the nitty gritty Diddy.
I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop.
Yeah. Yeah!
Live.
Yes, sir. Getting into the Diddy. Week number 3. In one of the most important government federal cases of all time against celebrities. Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, Brother Love, Diddy. This week, the first witness was brought into the stand. And by the way, experts are already saying, before I get into it, experts are already fucking saying that right now, if the government decides to say, we're done with our case, jury decide. They've already proven the RICO charge. This guy's going to fucking jail for life. That's right. Puffy Combs. It's Puff Daddy and the family's no way out. For real this time, motherfucker. That's right. The first person they brought up this week was none other than witness number 1, a woman that has previously already been mentioned from other people that have been testifying the past 2 weeks. And this is none other than Miss Capricorn Clark. And you know goddamn well with a name like that, this lady is black.
Live.
Capricorn Clark is Diddy's assistant and the girl who got fucking kidnapped at gunpoint that we talked about in the previous, witness testimonies and shit. All right. So obviously she was Diddy's assistant and was forced to work 20 hours a day, sleeping only 2 to 4 hours and taking naps in between while this guy was fucking or masturbating or whatever sick, disgusting shit he was doing to other men. So fuck, man, it was crazy. The stuff that she witnessed and anything he asked, she had to do. Get the hotels, get the lubes, get the condoms, get the fucking come clean this blood up after we're done. And she said she would go into the rooms afterwards and there was baby oil and blood on there. And that one time she asked, why is there blood? And they told her, oh, well, Cassie was on her period. Yeah, right. A bunch of men got raped that had never had their asses stretched and they bled. That's compliments of Puff Daddy. Take that, take that, take that. So shit like that, she was witness to and unfortunately had to clean up and shit like that. She said that first, she actually started off working for Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? Over there in Def Jam with the Reverend Run and those guys over there and everything seemed normal. And then they sent her over and she decided to go work for Death Row Records with Suge Knight. And she probably got gangbanged over there and held at gunpoint. It was a regular thing. So then when she went and applied for Sean Puffy Combs, she says that the interview was a little bit weird. She says the interview actually took place at Central Park, deep in the forest of Central Park at night. And when she got there, there was a bunch of bodyguards and they made her strip down to just her underwear to make sure she wasn't wearing a wire. And they made her walk to a clearing on a hill in the park. And Puff Daddy was waiting there for her. And he made her sit down and get on her knees, she said. And he told her, you work for Suge Knight and for Death Row, and now you want to work for me? We might have to off you. That he told her. And she said she freaked the fuck out. You know, they stripped me of my clothes, and now he's telling me he's going to kill me. And so that she told him, like, hey, I had nothing to do with that Tupac and Biggie shit. And I wasn't even employed at that time. All right. That's what she said. And so Puffy believed her. She became the assistant and shit. She also said that something at one point got stolen. Somebody stole jewelry, a chain that said "Bad Boy for Life," and it went missing. It was like a $250,000 chain, diamond chain, like Jacob the jeweler downtown over there in New York. You know what it is, homie. And everybody was like, "Who the fuck took it?" And so they said Capricorn black, his ghetto as fuck, and she comes from nothing. So they fucking took her in a van, and they took her into the woods in the New York country, and it was snowing, and it was a cottage, and she didn't have no service or nothing on her cell phone, and they put her in a cabin, and they had some guy, and the guy didn't even speak American, right? There was like some foreign guy came over with a lie detector test. And they made her fucking swear and say all these things to see if she if she stole something or not. And then the foreign guy said, you know, Mitzi be cool, or whatever the fuck. And the guy understood him because I guess he's educated. And I guess he told him, you know, she's telling the truth. She didn't steal anything. But that Diddy's people were all like, nah, she's lying. And so they kept her there for 5 days, and every day they brought a different person. They brought an Asian guy, and then they brought like some other fucking Arab guy. And it was a different race every day for 5 days to question her in the lie detector test because Diddy didn't believe the results. That she was lying, that she was poor, and she had to have stolen that bad boy chain and shit. So after 5 days, they believed her and they let her go. And that she had to go tell her family and all her friends why she just went missing for 5 days. And she told them I was in a company retreat and I don't know, like my cell phone didn't work. She had to lie to them. And she wanted to quit because she was scared. But she couldn't quit because she said if I quit, they're going to think that I stole the chain. And then I'm really going to be fucked. And so she kept working there. She said she saw the beatings that this guy would beat on Cassie. And shit, that literally hit her in the face and kick her in the stomach and shit like that. And that one time she was like wanting to fucking like jump in, and Puffy saw that she wanted to jump in, and he turned around and looked at her and he said, "If you jump in to save her, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you too." And that she just fucking, like didn't do nothing. Well, she went ahead and corroborated the story that was said last week that Puff Daddy held her one time at 5 a.m, went over to her apartment and was kicking the door, and she opened it and she was like half asleep because at 5 a.m. and shit. And he's all like on drugs or something. And he's all like, "I know you know about that ninja." He didn't say ninja, but I don't have a green pass yet. I don't know Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne hasn't given me a pass to say that word, all right? So I don't disrespect motherfuckers. Ninja. She's like, "I don't know what ninja you're talking about, ninja." And she says, "Look, you ninja bitch." Yeah, they were saying ninjas left and right. I mean, it was pretty vulgar, if you ask me. I mean, even if I was a ninja, I wouldn't even be using the word, but that's just me. I don't know why they like to say it a lot, but I guess that's just part of the way they were raised. Anyways, let's not get into it. Let's not start being judgmental, all right? Let's keep going with it. The lady said that Puff Daddy says, "Put your clothes on." And she says, "I don't want to go nowhere." And I don't give a fuck what you want. You put your clothes on right now, you slut. And so she went and fucking put her clothes on, and she got in the car, and he had a gun, and shit, they held her at gunpoint, and she says, "You better tell me where this fucking little ninja Kid Kadai lives." And shit, or Kid Cudi, however the fuck you want to pronounce it, alright? I say Kid Kadai because I don't give a fuck about that guy. Anyways, so she was forced, and of course, just like we said, they forced her to go tell them where Kid Kadai lives. They went, and she says Puffy and the guards went into his house, and they started fucking the dog up, and they fucking threw him around, and they opened all the presents. And I was outside, and so I called Cassie, and I told her everything that happened. And then I told Kid Cudi what was going on. And then I quickly hung up, and I saw them coming, so I changed on my phone. I changed her name, and I put Stormy. And Diddy comes, and he grabs the phone out of my hand. "Who the fuck you calling, you ninja bitch?" And she's all like, "I was just calling my friend Stormy. Look." And he's all like, "Yeah, well, let me call Stormy." And he calls Stormy, but nobody answers. And she was like, "Thank God they didn't answer." And so then fucking all of a sudden, Diddy sees an SUV pulling up. And he sees it's Kid Kadai. And Diddy says, "There's that little ninja right now. Get in the car." And so they all get into SUV and they pull out. And as they're pulling out, they see the cops. And they leave, and they take off. And she says that after that, they dropped her off at her house, and then she asked to go to a vacation, and they gave her vacation leave, and they fired her. And she asked, "Why am I fired?" And they told her, "Because you didn't ask. You're supposed to get approved your vacation before you go on vacation, and you just put in your request, but nobody approved it. You bitch." And she was all like, "What the fuck? They fired me because like that shit about Cassie and shit." You know what I'm saying? And so that was the end of her testimony. But basically, she just collaborated that story was fucking true. That was said last week and shit. The next witness they brought in was the actual police officer that responded to this fucking shit. This guy says that when he got there and he was pulling up to the property, he saw an SUV leaving. And the SUV, there was weed smoke coming out of it, and there was a fucking blaring stereo with big subwoofers. And he could hear bad boy. He make me feel so good. You make me feel so good. You make me feel so good. That's what we do. He could hear it. But he didn't think anything of it because he said, wow, there's a lot of ninjas. You know, a lot of ball players. A lot of ball players around here. So it's probably one of them ninjas, he said. I don't know. They keep using the word. I wouldn't, but they keep using it. All right? Don't fucking judge me. So, yeah. The cops so they left, and he goes, but I'm a good cop. So I saw the license plate, and I memorized it. Anyways, we went in there. There was nothing was damaged. The presses were open. There was a fucking, a crippled dog in the bathroom. He seemed scared. I don't know. We made a police report. The kid didn't press charges, and we left. He goes, but when I got to the police station, just for shits and giggles, I decided to run the plate of the SUV. And the plate came back as Bad Boy Entertainment. Yeah. No further questions, Your Honor. Yeah.
Live.
Yeah. Oh my God. The third witness they brought in. Was my favorite witness of the week. It was none other than Diddy's hairdresser, Donte Nash.
Woke as fuck.
Yeah. This guy came in there with a pink suit and shit, looking all fly, motherfucker, going like, yeah.
Woke as fuck.
It was badass. But, yeah, they came out here and they tried to come at him. They started showing him some pictures and shit, you know, to establish who he was. And he said he was a hairdresser hired by Mr. Sean Puffy Combs. And eventually he was put in charge of Cassie and making sure she looked good and all that ass. You know, basically, you know, like, hey, she's a celebrity. You follow her around anywhere she goes. She better look like $1 million. Even if she's going to get in there to get fucked, you better make sure she looks good. And so that's what he was there, always there. And he became really good friends with Cassie because, you know, like he's there and he's gay and shit. You know what it is. He says that fucking, they showed him pictures, you know, like, oh, this is you with Cassie, right? And he's like, yeah. And he goes, well, what is this picture? What do you think about when you see this picture? You know, because it's them like together, they're drinking. And he says that I look damn good. Yeah.
Live.
Everybody erupted. It was laughing. The judges all like slapping that fucking hammer. Order in the court. Everybody settle down. Enough of this fucking foolery and shit. Mr. Nash, you better quit it with that bag of shit, the judge told him. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Woke as fuck.
Anyways, he fucking testified and he collaborated the biggest shit that I talked about last week. One of the little girls last week said this story that Diddy came in drugged as fuck to one of their apartments, not Cassie's apartments. Cassie was scared and went to go hide in their apartments. But then Diddy has eyes everywhere. He knows where they live. He showed up to their apartment. And that little girl said that he's fucking kicked in the door. His eyes were as dark as night. He looked like the devil. And he started beating the shit out of Cassie. And when everyone that was there tried to jump in to stop him, he was just tossing them like rags. Like he was possessed. He had superpowers. And he was just tossing them across the room and shit. This guy was there. He was one of the people. I said, that's a crazy story to say because how can they say, I said it last week, how can they say this story unless the government has all those people as witnesses to come in and say we were there? That's exactly what they did, motherfucker.
Live.
This guy says he was there that night. He was there with Cassie. That Cassie came in probably after being fucked by 20 guys for 4 days straight, nonstop, without eating or resting, high on methamphetamines and drugs and all this other shit. She gets there and she's like a little mouse. She's just all scared and shit, like, and they're putting towels on her and trying to clean her because she's got, like, I don't know, all this sticky residue on her, and they don't know what it is, but they're cleaning it off her. And they're just freaking out, like, what happened to this lady? What happened to her? And they're just helping her out, you know, and shit. And all of a sudden, this crazy fucking ninja just kicks in the door. Black. His eyes black as night, they said. Looking like the devil. And he just grabs her and fucking choke slams her. He starts kicking her in the face and punching her in the stomach. And he says that this guy said, even I jumped in. I jumped in and I grabbed Diddy. Tried to choke hold him and shit. But Diddy with one hand flipped me over. Like that. And then Diddy's bodyguard, who was there too, he fucking jumped and started protecting me. Because Diddy was gonna kill me. He was going crazy. And he started pushing Diddy and getting in the middle and telling Diddy, no, Cassie, go beat on Cassie. And Diddy turned around and he ran at Cassie. And the other girls too, they were jumping on him. He was just grabbing them and tossing them off. So this guy, I mean, right then and there, I was all like, fuck, this guy's already another nail in the coffin, Diddy! You're fucked, bro. Oh my god. So anyways, this guy left the stand, and then they brought in witness number 4. Witness number 4, we don't even know her real fucking name. By the way, those other fucking dumbasses, Donte, Nash, and fucking Capricorn Clark, those were their real names, though. Their black parents named them that. This girl is white, and she doesn't want her real American white Aryan name to be known to the public. So, for context for the court, she was known as only Mia. Missing in action. Or some shit. So Mia testified. Mia was Diddy's other assistant. Everyone was Diddy's assistant. I don't even know why they even say other assistant. Look, anybody who worked for him was an assistant. If you were the guy who was there to park his car, but he so happened to pass by you and said, hey, I need a pizza. Go fucking buy it for me. You sir, but I just park your car. No, go get me a pizza, you son of a bitch. And he would. And that's what the way it was. It doesn't matter what you were hired for. If he passes by and he asks you to do something, you fucking do it. Go finger that guy. And record it. Then send it to my email. Yeah. You better go do it too. That's the kind of shit it was. This girl was his other assistant and shit. This girl has said the same thing all the other girls say. I'm not going to repeat it, but quickly summarize it. She saw everything, the freak-offs. She went ahead and paid for the rooms and reserved them and bought baby oil and condoms and cleaned up fucking piss, shit, and cum and blood from the fucking rooms and all of this ass that we've already been saying the past weeks. She also was in charge because it doesn't matter who you are. Your job is the same as everyone else. Clean up after this guy and do whatever the fuck he tells you to do. Whatever sick shit he says. He says one time she was at a party and this motherfucker, they gave her something to drink and she got really drowsy and confused. And when she woke up, this guy was on her, fucking her. He was already fucking her. His dick was already inside. And she didn't know what to do because she realized that he had trained her. That all this time yelling and screaming, and it doesn't matter, like, he was like, I want fucking sushi from this restaurant, but the restaurant's like in another county. I want it, bitch. And she would have to go and get it. He would not take no for an answer. That whatever he wanted, you bet he got it, and you got it for him. So he had trained her. So she couldn't tell him to get off. That I don't want to be fucked. She realized this whole time, all of this yelling and screaming and shit was really just him training me to shut the fuck up. I'm gonna rape you now. And that's what he did. He also made her suck his dick and a bunch of other shit. I don't know about some of this stuff, but you know, that's just what the white lady is saying. And she cried. And he made it very believable. Alright, let's just say the truth. This is what happened. She did. Oh, and by the way, this is that same girl that we talked about it back in the motherfucking day. When he, who should not be fucking named, you piece of fucking shit, was in this goddamn channel. I hate you. This is the girl that Diddy hung off the fucking ledge. It's a bitch. You better not disrespect me again. This chick claims not only did he do that, he's thrown her against the walls. One time he kicked her into a pool. Whenever she did something wrong, he would get mad. He would throw stuff at her and shit. Says he had mood swings. It was horrible. She was scared for her life. That's what it was, working for him. 20 hours a day, sleeping 4 hours, only sleeping 4 hours a day, always tired, getting fucked, raped. Go get me condoms, clean this shit and piss up. Yeah, blood and cum on the floor. Clean up. All of this shit's just mind games. Mind fuck for Diddy and his kind. That's exactly what was going on. Poor little girl, man. Poor little girl. She also claims she saw a lot of the beatings he gave to Cassie. And of course, she was also there that night. He came in and beat on all of them. And they were all trying to stop him from beating on Cassie. She says she's traumatized. She's traumatized from working over there and shit. She said Diddy constantly, after she quit or whatever. Actually, Diddy fired everybody that night. After that incident at Cassie that he beat everyone up, he fired everybody. Because there's a picture they showed. He fucking opened a big gash on Cassie's fucking forehead. It was a huge gash. She had to get plastic surgery. Literal plastic surgery so she wouldn't have that scar forever. This piece of shit. And he paid for it too. You know, but I've been saying, you know, he's the artist. He's got to make sure they look good for the album cover. So I know why he paid for it. He wasn't going to pay for it if she wasn't going to be on the album cover. But that's the way it is. It's a fucking piece of shit. It's the way he is. They're all traumatized. They all got fired and shit. Fuck you, Diddy. You're going down, you son of a bitch. I don't know why anybody in the jury would fucking vote not guilty unless you paid them or you promised them you were going to suck their dick, which I know you're very capable of, you sick fucking piece of shit. And if you still don't think this son of a bitch, this one sick son of a bitch, after everything that's been brought to light the past couple weeks, they dropped the most damning piece of evidence that should seal the deal on this fucking case for anybody who still is convinced that this guy is some kind of fucking saint. They mentioned that Diddy always asks for applesauce on his hamburgers. What kind of sick, twisted, demented fuck puts applesauce on a hamburger? Oh my god. This guy is fucked in the head, bro. I am glad this is happening. The biggest upset would be another OJ. I think we all would be very, very disappointed if it happens again and some motherfucker gets free. Even though it's quite obvious this guy has done all the things that people are saying he has done. But anyways, let's hit it for his ass one last time.
I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop.
Cheers, Diddy!
Live.
All right. Anyways, we're done with the goddamn nitty ditty gritty. And quite frankly, like I said, we're done with the celebrities. Everybody's been behaving. God damn it, everybody's scared. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to be brought up in court because I might be subpoenaed. And everybody's going to know I'm a pervert and I rape and molest children and fucking rape babies and drink babies' blood, orgies and all this shit that just fucking everybody hates. Yeah, they're afraid. It's coming. We're draining the swamps. That's right. We're draining the swamps, sons of bitches. Get ready.
Live.
But we have a lot of ass this week, so let's get into it. Yes, I'm talking about none other than your weekly comic book nerd shit. Yeah! Comic book nerd shit. And this week, none other than George R.R. Martin and his lazy fucking ass came out and confirmed what we have all been saying for almost 2.5 years. Yep. He literally came out this week and flat out said it. I'm not going to finish The Winds of Winter. I'm not going to finish any of the other stories I promised or books. And I think I'm just going to fucking spend my money, eat, sleep, and fuck prostitutes until the day I die, which is probably sometime this year. Because with my habits and the way that I eat, I really don't think there's much left. So yeah, that's it, folks. This guy is lazy and he's given up. No more the ending of Game of Thrones. We're just gonna have to deal with the fact that HBO and those other two pussies decided to give us that shitty ass ending where Khaleesi dies and Jon Snow goes to be a slave in the wall. One of the most shittiest fucking, and then the crippled kid gets to be king. Fuck you! It's one of the shittiest endings ever. To one of the greatest shows ever. Fuck you, George R. Martin. You're lucky you're rich, you son of a bitch. I hope you choke on a prostitute's pussy. I do. I really do. You son of a bitch. You don't deserve all that money you've gotten, you motherfucker. Yeah. You can give us a good ending, you dick. Anyways, fuck this guy. He's given up. I've given up. The whole world's given up. I don't even know when the fuck the next House of Dragon's coming out. They've been promising us the fucking Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. I still haven't seen a goddamn trailer. Fuck you. By the time any of this ass comes out, I'm also gonna be dead. Fucking shit. We're moving on. Because this week, another ass was revealed by Max. HBO and those fucking pussies over there at Warner. Because guess what? Apparently, the goddamn 3 actors who will play the main characters in the reboot of Harry Potter for Max and HBO and Warner were revealed. We got the little white Aryan redhead Weasley. I don't know his name. He's just some kid there. We got the little fucking... He better have glasses is all I'm going to say, Harry Potter. I mean, he looks cool enough, I guess. And then, of course, this is 2025, people. We got the little Indian, Hermione Granger. She could be Indian, or they could say she's Salvadoriana and shit, because they wanna sympathize for all these illegals we're kicking the fuck out of here because they're criminals and shit. I guess it's gonna make sense because they do call Hermione a mudblood because she's not purebred, and if your skin is brown, it does resemble mud. So it makes sense that they got a brown little girl to be Hermione. They just made her make her hair curlier in this shit. And another thing, I really don't want any of them to be talking in Britain, because I fucking hate it. The last movies. The movies. There was some of the kids, I didn't understand what the fuck they were saying. I'm just gonna be honest. Their fucking dumbass accents. The fuck no one knows what you're saying. Fuck you. You goddamn Brits. Talk like real Americans. It's English after all. You dumbass. Anyways. Fuck you, Harry Potter. We're gonna see how good and faithful this is. I don't even know why this is even being made. I think the movies pretty much showed us everything that needed to be showed. What is the goddamn TV show gonna show us that the movie didn't show us? You're just trying to make money off of shit that's already been done. You idiots. Should have been making the continuation. Harry Potter's kids go to school and some ass like that. So I'm making some bullshit. Anyway, they probably would have woken the fuck out of that too. Anyways. Fuck you, Warner. So we are talking about Warner Brothers and how much they fucking up. Let's get into it. Let's get into the goddamn ass of the show. And you know goddamn well when I say ass, that I'm talking about none other than Mr. Jimmy fucking God. This idiot, dumbass, autistic, wannabe Steve Jobs is going to completely run an entire fucking studio into the ground with his idiotic and fucking lame ass dick jokes and shit. Fuck you, James Gunn, you idiot. You're ruining Warner and everything they've built over the years. These characters that people love. Character like the Flash and Wonder Woman and Batman that we'll never see because this idiot hasn't even begun to write or even do any post-production or drawing boards of any of those heroes. Instead, he's making fucking movies about fucking octopuses and clay monsters and fucking swamp things and stupid shit like that. Oh yeah. And then there's a lame-ass Superman movie that's gonna come out this summer. Fuck you, James Gunn. Idiot. Son of Man is a James Gunn hater. Son of Man, just all day long, he just wants to talk shit about James Gunn. Because that's the way he is. Oh yeah? You want to say that I lie and talk shit about this fucking pussy? Well, that's true, I do. Because I don't like this piece of shit. This fucking Steve Jobs looking wannabe motherfucker. You ain't no Steve Jobs, you son of a bitch. It's true, I hate him. But you still don't believe me. You don't want to believe me? I'll show you some proof. This guy's an idiot. Here it is. It's in the toys. That's what I always say. In the toys. Because an idiot toy. And I'm going to say one thing about these toys I'm showing you. These are Todd McFarlane toys. And Todd McFarlane toys are probably the most accurate and faithful to the actual adaptations in the movie series or comic books or where the fuck he's doing it from. He's going to make sure that the detail from the very last fucking eyeball to the teeth, everything is perfect and looks exactly the way it's supposed to. at a reasonable price also. That's why I love Todd McFarlane. But here it is. The goddamn kaiju in the movie that I told you it's going to end up being a baby. A baby that once he's let loose and starts eating, he starts growing faster and faster and faster until he's humongous. And so that Superman is really fighting a baby. I told you, this guy's an idiot. And he's fucking everything up. That's why he looks stupid. Superman's gonna kill a baby kaiju. Fucking dumb ass fuck. Oh, son of man. But it's just one part of the movie. And so what if it's a baby? It's destroying the city. And so Superman's gonna punch a hole in the stomach. And that's how he's gonna save the city, because he's gonna kill the baby. It's gonna be okay, son of man. Oh, okay. Okay, well, I mean, like, I don't like it. But I guess it'll be okay. Well, then how do you explain this fucking walking piece of shit? Yeah, look at this. This is Metamorpho. A literal fucking piece of shit that was shed out of the ass of an AIDS-infested fucking monkey called James fucking Gunn. Look at this. This is how he's going to look in the movie. Like some sludge fucking ill-proportioned piece of ass. God damn it. You have any idea how much CGI is going to be used in order to make this guy look like this? It's gonna look like shit. It's gonna look like ass. It's gonna look like a big piece of shit. CGI piece of fucking orange and purple fucking ass. On screen is what it's gonna look like. Oh, this guy's a genius. Oh, this guy's he knows Superman. The fuck he knows. Look what he's doing. He's putting all these monsters and stupid creatures in the goddamn Superman movie. This guy doesn't know human beings. He doesn't know heroes. This guy knows monsters and creatures and fucking shit and a half. This guy is not the guy to be doing Superman. That's why he doesn't do Batman. He's not doing fucking Wonder Woman or Flash. He's doing all these stupid ass Clayface and all these stupid monster movies because this idiot is autistic and a dumbass. And no one is going to like this movie when it comes out. You still think I'm dying? You still think I'm lying? Oh, Son of Man's lying. Son of Man's one of these fucking guys that just wants to get clout on the internet. So he wants to do the opposite of what everyone else is doing so that everyone can watch his videos. Look, motherfucker, nobody watches this channel. I got the same 2 motherfuckers watching me every week and shit. And I don't give a fuck. Those are the 2 realest motherfuckers I've ever known in my life.
Live.
Definitely realer than James Gunn will ever be. Piece of shit. You still think I'm lying? This week, the nerds are reporting that Warner Brothers is in goddamn fucking panic mode. Why? Because they showed another screening of Superman to the executives and they hated it. They're freaking the fuck out. They told James Gunn, you better go back and you better start doing some reshoots. This is ass. There's too many characters. None of us have ever heard of Metamorpho or these kaijus, or these monsters, or these little lesbian girls with wings, and this black superhero. None of us have ever heard of that. The only character we know is Superman and Lex Luthor. We don't know who any of these characters are. You don't give any explanation. How is the regular viewer gonna know what the fuck is going on? Oh yeah, and every other 2 sentences is another goddamn dick and ass joke. God damn it, James Gunn. They're telling him, you better start deleting and cutting out all these stupid dick and ass jokes, because they ain't gonna fly. They're no Guardians of the Galaxy. They're supposed to be Superman, some American fucking legacy you're leaving behind for people to be inspired by, not some fucking raccoon shitting on top of a llama and shit. You idiot. They're pissed at Warner, and they're fucking freaking the fuck out, because this movie is literally gonna come out in a month and a half, and this movie is absolute trash. It's like 5 cartoon episodes from the Cartoon Network smashed in together. No cohesive story, just a bunch of ass fighting and monsters and superheroes. No explanations, just it's all on screen for you to just see a bunch of lights and explosions. That's all this idiot has done with $400 million and 2.5 years. Fucking autistic dumbass. Cheers.
Live.
Fuck you, James Gunn. You made me fuck up there. Our woke pack salute. You dumbass. Anyways, moving on to other disgraces. Because now they're saying that the entire fate of the galaxy rests on the performance of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Because Disney has had enough of wasteful spending. They have wasted and lost billions on a franchise they paid $5 billion for. They have not even made us $5 billion back. They did make them at first, and then they lost them in the next 2 movies. Those idiots. And then they went downhill from there with everything else. I ain't gonna not even bring up the Acolyte, but you know, we reviewed that ass. You know what that is. But anyways, Mandalorian and Grogu was ass. Now there's a movie coming out, and quite frankly, they're saying that if this movie underperforms, they might just cancel everything from here on. I mean, this August, Kathleen Kennedy is already officially fired. So it's all up to the Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal's voice, because you know goddamn well he was filming other shit like Fantastic Four and The Last of Us for the first 3 episodes, and the flashback scene in the other one. So that's not really him. That's just his voiceover that he does. I don't know. Quite frankly, I mean, does anybody, just the same thing Anthony Timmons just said, does anybody even give a fuck about the Mandalorian or Grogu? I mean, how many years has it been? I mean, what the fuck? It's like you're trying to talk to me about, hey, remember when George W. Hey, fuck you, Trump is president. Nobody gives a fuck what happened 20 years ago. Yeah. That's how I feel when they try to talk to me about Mandalorian and Grogu. Hey, nobody gives a fuck. Mandalorian and Grogu is in the same boat as the fucking Boba Fett. And no one, and I mean no one, likes Boba Fett anymore. Disney ruined. Anyways, fuck you, Mandalorian. We'll see how that ass goes. But let's move on to the Sony shit. Because, god damn it, these Spider-Man 4 rumors are just out of control. This week, they're now saying that El Tarantula will be another villain added to the mix. This guy's some kind of South American Salvadoreño motherfucker with powers just like Spider-Man, but he's a dumbass. He doesn't know how to make a whole mask. So the mask is only like his eyes, and you can see his mouth and shit. He's an idiot, because if you web swing through the streets, you're gonna get bugs in your fucking mouth and shit. So, you know, he's a dumbass. What do you expect from these illegals? Anyways, god damn it, man. Look at this ass. I mean, already, according to the leaks and rumors, which I'm telling you are getting out of control, are now saying that the villains in this movie are going to be the Scorpion, Tombstone, Boomerang, El Tarantula, and Mr. Negative. What the fuck? I mean, at this rate, Mr. Negative is the main villain, and everyone else will be a throw-off villain that they'll probably show in a montage and shit. You know, it's like, you're really gonna just throw away all these villains in like 10-minute segments and shit? I mean, the movie's only like an hour and a half. God damn it. They're ridiculous. Genuinely, I think this is all a bunch of fucking lies. I really do. I think Kevin Feige and Marvel are just they're lying and putting concept arts so these leakers that work there and they go on Reddit and say these things are spreading lies unintentionally because they think it's real, but it's not. Because it just sounds crazy. This sounds like that's it. They don't know what they're doing. They're just throwing darts at a fucking board right here. If you think I'm lying, another rumor that came out this week, this is what I'm saying. This has to be all lies. But the leakers that are usually always right are saying this. So I just think the information that's being fed through Marvel is deliberately feeding lies on purpose. But the other rumor that came out this week was that not only are all these guys coming out in the Spider-Man Brand New Day movie, but apparently so is Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. This is something that I do believe is possible. I'm going to explain to you why. It's because part of the deal that Sony made with fucking Marvel about sharing Spider-Man was not only is Spider-Man can be in the MCU and shit, but in every Spider-Man movie, there has to be one MCU character, and it has to be an Avenger in it. And it can't be a cameo. It has to be like a big, like, you know, a good part, a big part. And so if you notice, in the first movie, it was Iron Man. In the second Spider-Man movie, it was Nick Fury and Mariah, whatever the fuck, from, you know, S.H.I.E.L.D. or whatever. That was the MCU. In the third movie, for Spider-Man, it was, for the MCU, it was Doctor Strange. That was the MCU. And so then, now in this fourth movie, it makes sense because that was the deal, is that there has to be an Avenger in all of them. Some kind of not a cameo, but a co-lead or just, you know, a side character. But not a cameo. So they're saying that it's going to be the Hulk. Some of the rumors this week were also saying that it's going to be the Hulk and John Bernthal, the Punisher, and that the Punisher is going to help Spider-Man stop the Hulk because he's going to be rampaging because he can't control the Hulk anymore. I don't know. This movie also takes place before Avengers Doomsday. So, I don't know, man. I can't even tell you guys whether I think any of this is real or not. This could all just be ass. Because it just everything sounds crazy and way out there. But who knows? Maybe Kevin Feige really doesn't know what the fuck he's doing anymore. Who knows? Who knows? I'll tell you one thing we do know is we do have an official actual look at the girl Silver Surfer from Fantastic Four from the Empire magazine. Here she is, fellas. in all her silver, non-binary glory. Looking like, well, ass. God damn it. Oh my God. This is horrible. But this is the Silver Surfer, everybody. Oh, but don't worry, it's not the actual Silver Surfer. This is from another dimension, another universe, Earth 6812, whatever the fuck it's gonna be called. So don't worry, someday you might actually see the male Silver Surfer in the MCU. But not this time around. You're getting a girl, and this is what she looks like. And shit. Let's get into some more Fantastic Four spoilers. We got our first official look at Franklin Richards, the baby, who will most likely be the person who transports them to the MCU, because he's going to have the power of interdimensional travel. And it looks like he's going to be a baby. He's not going to be a kid like we thought he was. Like, you know, I thought he was going to be maybe like 11 or 12 years old. I thought there was going to be a time jump. No. So, at the time when the Silver Surfer arrives and tells them Galactus is coming, and then Galactus arrives, and then he leaves, and then I guess the Fantastic Four leave to try to stop Galactus in a spaceship. And at this point, that's when they're wearing their suits and all that shit. When they go to try to stop Galactus, they realize that they can't stop him, and they're just gonna have to go back to where they come from. Look, the secret of the movie is that the MCU, a long time ago in the 60s, these guys were in an experiment and went into space, and they got transported into another dimension. Another universe. And because in the MCU back then, they didn't understand any of it, and they got lost, and that's it. You know, they just put MIA, the government. They forgot about them, and they didn't know how to get them back. They didn't even know where the fuck they were. They landed in another universe, and they just fucking became heroes there and shit. And were accepted and all this shit. So they know they're not from there. So they're actually from the MCU. And this little baby is going to be born in space when they're out there in their spaceship trying to fight Galactus or something. And it's going to be the baby who's going to somehow activate his powers and transport them back to their actual real reality. And that's going to happen at the same time that their planet that they live in gets destroyed. The Earth where they live in. You know, the one we see, everything's like the 60s. It's going to get destroyed. It's going to be sad. It's going to be a sad ending for them, because even though they're not from that Earth, they were living there for probably the last 5, 6 years, or probably 20. I don't know how long it's been, how long they're going to say they've been there. But for how long they've been there, they were there, and that was their home. And they fucking met people and shit. But all of them are going to die. And they're going to be coming back to the MCU and shit. So there's little Franklin Richards, and god damn it, I am glad he is blonde, blue-eyed, and Aryan. The way he ought to be. I don't know why how they're gonna explain that his mom is a blonde, yet has black eyebrows. And his dad is Mexican. And somehow this little boy is purebred Baron Trump. I don't know how they're gonna explain that, but god damn it, I'm glad at least he looks like the Franklin Richard should look like. All right? What you gonna say? God bless America. Aw, yeah, Baron Trump. Cheers.
Live.
I do have some more spoilers, because since they have been showing this test screening movie out to people. And by the way, people are saying this movie is meh. Yeah, they're saying it's not a bad movie. They're saying it's not an amazing movie. That it's just a meh. It's just a movie. You know? And I think that's a win for Marvel, because lately a lot of the things have been trash. I, quite frankly, expected Thunderbolts to do better, but I just think people, they're disillusioned. They're disillusioned, and they don't want to spend money anymore on this ass. They don't. Unless Robert Downey Jr. or someone badass is going to come out in it, no one's going to spend money in it. I think this one has potential just because of Pedro Pascal. This one has potential to make them money. His star power might bring in the necessary funds they're looking for. But I don't know. Already, the test screenings are saying that people are just like saying it's mid at best. It's Ant-Man Quantumania. You know. But since it did show it to people, the end of credit scene has leaked.
Live.
Now, obviously, we don't have any video, but we do have the description. And according to these nerds, they say that the end of credits starts like this. They're going on the way to the MCU. They're in space already in the MCU. Now, you remember how Thunderbolts fucking ended. The Thunderbolts see this thing on the computer, and it shows them that a ship is an interdimensional ship is entering the atmosphere, and they see it's the Fantastic Four ship. They see it. So this end of credit scene shows them on that ship, and they see Sue Storm, and she has baby Franklin Richards with her. She has him on the bed, and she puts him in the crib, and she gets up. And I guess she leaves that little room in the spaceship, wherever the fuck she's in, the little room in the spaceship, you know. I don't know if you call them rooms inside a spaceship, but I'm calling it a room. She leaves the little area. She leaves it. And when she comes back, if she only leaves it for a second, she just goes to grab something. But when she comes back, Dr. Doom is sitting in a chair next to it, like the bed. And he's holding Franklin Richards. But they say that we don't see him from the front. We only see him sitting from the back. We see him with a cape. With the green cape like that and armor. You know, his hand, and it's all armor. And on his hand, he's holding his mask. So he doesn't have it on. And he has the baby. And he's holding his mask. And he's looking at Sue, and Sue's just like, so he's inside the ship. So, this is weird. He's a stowaway. They didn't know he's on that ship, that they left. Their world got destroyed, and they came back to the MCU, and Dr. Doom hopped on their ship. And I don't know how, I guess... And people haven't talked about this, but Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., Dr. Doom has to be in Fantastic Four, the movie. He has to be, even for a little bit. Because they have to show who the fuck he is, where he comes from. He comes from their world. They have to show how he fucking gets in the ship and how he comes to the MCU. Because the end of credit apparently shows that he's a stowaway and he gets into their ship. And that's how he comes into the MCU with them. So that means when the Thunderbolts go to meet that ship, because the Thunderbolts are the new Avengers / Thunderbolts are gonna be the first team to interact with the Fantastic Four. It might not even be the Fantastic Four. It's gonna be Doom they're gonna face, because Doom's already in the ship. He's already probably immobilized all of them. And as soon as the Fantastic Four ship lands and the fucking new Avengers, the Thunderbolts go over there, hi, Doom's gonna come out and fucking fuck them all up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they were friends, Timmons. So I feel like people don't know it, but Robert Downey Jr. has to be in the Fantastic Four movie. There's no way in hell he's not gonna not be in it. I mean, he has to be in it. Plain and simple. So that's the end of credit scene for the Fantastic Four movie. Pretty fucking dope, if you ask me. What else do I got here? Oh, yeah. Let's get into more spoilers because this week, they said this coming week. So next week, I'll have hopefully pictures for you. But this coming week, Windsor Castle will be the site of Avengers Doomsday filming. And they already said no Brits allowed. They don't want no motherfuckers with crooked teeth on screen. So none of the Harry and that other Charles and all the motherfuckers are not going to be allowed to come over here and try to get autographs or none of that. You stay over there in your cottages, wherever the fuck you're at. You leave us making our movies here by ourselves. Right away, all the nerds were saying, hey, this is going to be Dr. Doom's castle. This is Latveria. Motherfuckers, Dr. Doom's Latveria, the idiots, already got destroyed. The Fantastic Four's universe gets destroyed. They come to this one. Wherever this is in the MCU. Or it's in the X-Men universe. There's none other than Big Titty. And by the way, we now already know that Big Titty, My Time to Shine, turned out to be Grace Randolph. And she is now saying that this is going to be Magneto's castle / home or wherever he's held up. Ian McKellen is going to be here. I don't know by himself or with some of the Brotherhood of Mutants, but this is where he's going to be at. And they're going to start filming this next week. Already said the first week, 3 weeks ago, they filmed a scene where Dr. Doom was fighting Magneto, Ian McKellen. Yeah, that's fucking badass. Probably in front of the X-Men mansion. Because we also got confirmation that the Sentinels that we saw last week and the week before are actually being controlled by Dr. Doom. So Dr. Doom sends these Sentinels to attack the X-Men and the Avengers. And I guess when the X-Men and the Avengers are first fighting, then the Sentinels attack and they have to team up to fight the Sentinels because Doom is sending the Sentinels after them. And shit. Pretty fucking badass, if you ask me. They had said, and this is a crazy one. I don't know if this one's true anymore, but they're saying that in the X-Men universe, because Monica Rambeau is stuck in the X-Men universe. Remember that. If you watch the end of the Marvels, which I don't blame you if you didn't. In fact, I hope you didn't, because that movie sucked ass. But if you watch that movie, at the end of it, Monica Rambeau gets transported to the X-Men universe, and she's stuck there. So this whole time that she's been stuck there, apparently, because there is no Avengers, because it's only X-Men over there, she decides to start the Avengers. And she finds the variants of the heroes and forms an Avengers team in the X-Men universe. And the Avengers team is going to be variants of guys we already know. And this is Monica Rambeau's Avengers team from the X-Men universe. It's going to be a Captain America. It's going to be Hank Pym and the Wasp. Janet Van Dyne. It's not going to be the younger ones, be the older ones. It's going to be a Black Panther. It doesn't say if it's T'Challa or if it's T'Chaka. And it's going to be her mom, binary or whatever. It's going to be a Tony Stark variant and another Thor variant. And this is the Avengers that is in the X-Men universe. Fucking crazy. So there's going to be so many different teams and variants that's going to confuse the average fucking viewer. Like, so bad. But, I mean, it'll be eye candy for the rest of us. I don't know how much any of this is going to be true. But, god damn it, man. This is sounding crazier and crazier. I always thought that they were going to use different variants of people and shit. So this is going to end up being pretty fucking, probably 80 to 90% true. Something that I had already speculated. And they're saying already. And they're saying that fucking Dr. Doom's plan is to get to Loki. And it's going to play a big part of it to get to the Void. And to that Citadel. To grab his power in order to become God Doom and rewrite everything into one cohesive universe, which is basically what I told you was going to happen. Loki is basically the molecule man. He's the power source, and he's going to go after Loki and the power in order to fix everything. All right. In a way, Doom is not the bad guy because everything's dying. The universe, reality, the multiverse, everything's crashing into each other. Everything's dying. Loki is a band-aid, and he's just temporarily holding it together. But everything is dying. Doom realizes that. So Doom says, if I take Loki's power and I let everything die, then with that power, after everything's dead, I can reset everything and put everyone back in one timeline. But it's a world that he creates. And so it's not a normal world. Everything's different and everybody doesn't remember what things used to be like. That's basically what it is. But the TVA and probably Reed Richards and a few others, they're going to make a ship or a cat. They're going to call it the Ark. Kind of like Noah's Ark. They're going to get in it, and they're going to stay outside of time and space. So when all of this happens, and Dr. Doom recreates everything, becomes God, then they're going to go back in there, and they're going to be the only ones that are going to remember what happened. But everyone else in that world, this new world that they're in, everyone's going to like, oh, I don't know, who are you? And this is the way it's always been. And so, you know, we worship God Doom. And that's the way it's going to be. That's Secret Wars. Doomsday is what's leading up to that. So, yeah, all of this is lining up. Like I said, this is basically what Kevin Feige is going to do. They did say that Doom is, when they get to this point where he's going to take Loki's power at the end, that Doom is going to have his own variants. Because obviously there's going to be tons of Avengers teams and shit. Doom is going to have his own variants, but it's going to be evil Avengers. Captain Hydra, probably Maestro Hulk, the other bad variants of the other heroes and shit. I don't know if that's true, but that would make sense to me, and that was another theory that I said, that Dr. Doom would have evil variants of the heroes, because technically he's an evil variant of Tony Stark, so it would make sense. We'll see how much of that comes true. I'll tell you what... Another thing that most likely will be announced, that we said most likely will be announced at Comic-Con, was Doctor Strange 3, which will take place in between Doomsday and Secret Wars. And they said this movie most likely will be called Time Runs Out after the comic book. And it's going to be in 2 parts. Not that it's part 1 and part 2, but the movie, half of the movie takes place, will show you what took place. So, look, let me explain to you. Doctor Strange will be in Doomsday. But you won't know why he's there, or how he got there, or why he's doing the things he's doing. You won't know. You're just like, oh, Doctor Strange is there. Hey, why is he doing that? Why is he helping? What the fuck's that? You won't know why, but he'll be there. Doctor Strange's movie will explain. The first half of the movie will explain what happened before he got to Doomsday and why he's acting and doing the things he's doing in Doomsday. And then the second half of his movie will show you what happens, you know, after Doomsday and right that leads into Secret Wars. Basically, if they're following the comic books, Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange both go out to find out how to save everything, because everything is dying, everything's crashing into each other, everything's dying. Doctor Doom comes up with the conclusion that I told you. Let everything die. Let me absorb the power, in this case, of Loki, instead of the Beyonders, of Loki. I'll become God. I'll have the power. And then I'll rewrite everything and put us all back in there. And we'll be back to normal. And that's the only way we can save things. And Doctor Strange, because he does this stupid shit. Remember we saw him in Tony Stark where he's like, what is he doing? Oh, I just looked into the future of 2 million fucking possible outcomes. Doctor Strange's gonna do some shit like that, and he's gonna say, Doom, you're right. That is the only solution. Do it. So Doctor Strange, that's why when you see him in Doomsday, you're not gonna know why is he doing those things. His movie will explain to you what happened and why he's doing those things. He helps Doom in the comics. And when Doom builds the new world, he lets Doctor Strange keep his old memories to know what things everyone else doesn't remember. All the other heroes, they're living this life and they don't know. They think that's the way it's always been. But Doctor Strange remembers. And Doctor Doom, because he's God, he let him remember. And the reason is because he knows that Strange knows that was the only way to save everyone. So Doctor Strange becomes his right-hand man in the new world. He's basically Elon Musk to Trump. And Doctor Strange knows, and when he meets the heroes that come from the Ark, they're telling him, why are you with Doom? Because he's right. If he didn't do what he did, none of us would even be here. We would all be dead. That's the only way. The multiverse will end after this, after Secret Wars, Timmons. Finally. After Secret Wars. And I think everything will be as one. Just one timeline. The Xmen. And we're not going to see the X-Men we're seeing in Doomsday are the Fox X-Men. They're these old X-Men that we've seen, you know, Fameke, Halle Berry, Wolverine, whatever the fuck. It's them. The new X-Men after Secret Wars, it's going to be a new cast, and they're probably going to be young, and you know, it's going to be different. The Fox universe is basically going to end after Secret Wars, and they're going to be replaced with new actors and younger actors and shit. But everything will be as one, finally. All the heroes will be, except for, technically Spiderman will be the only one still owned by Sony. But if they keep working together, at least he'll still be in it. But everyone will finally be together. That's time runs out. But since we are talking about X-Men, here's some fucking spoilers for you. They say that Marvel and Disney have been licking and begging Kevin Feige's little virgin ass to include Warlock in the character of Warlock in the new X-Men reboot for the MCU whenever it happens in 2030 or whatever. Why? Because they want money. They need some kind of Jar Jar Binks, some kind of funny Grogu. They say, oh, this character's funny looking. You make him go like, some shit like that. We can sell toys and they're going to love it. Just make him look funny and weird. Kind of shit like that. And so they're trying to get this Warlock to be part of the X-Men team, which is totally going to suck ass. But whatever. As long as they have Jubilee and Nightcrawler, I'll be okay with it. God damn it. And Rogue. Give me a sexy Rogue in the right way too, with flying powers and strength and all that shit. In fact, have Rogue actually do what happens in the fucking TV show where she fucking absorbs the power of Carol Danvers, that lesbian fucking Brie Larson, and fucking puts her in a coma, and we never, ever see her again. And that way Rogue can get her powers from Captain Marvel. Now that'll be badass if they do that. I don't know about this fucking stupid ass warlock shit. Fucking techno matter. Fucking bullshit. Anyways, I never understood those fucking shits. I don't know what they called them, Zylogs or whatever. Anyways. Another rumor for the X-Men coming at you 10 years from now are saying that no longer is Bryan Cranston being asked to be Mr. Sinister, Nathaniel Essence, but instead is now being considered for the role of Professor Charles Xavier, which I genuinely had never thought about. And I gotta say, this is a goddamn good casting.
Live.
I don't know if it's gonna work or not. I don't know if he's too expensive and shit. But he's definitely old enough. And he's seasoned enough as an actor that I think he could very, very well pull this off. So I'm on board for Bryan Cranston as fucking Charles Xavier. I think he's perfect. At the very least, Sinister, he's good. I mean, he can even be Magneto, for fuck's sakes. This guy's range is perfect for any character in the X-Men universe. I just hope Bryan Cranston's in it, plain and simple. But at this point, I feel like Disney and Marvel are just trying to get the most well-known actors and shit and shove them in there and shove them in your ass and shit so you can get all excited and go give them more money and shit for them to make. So we'll see how this turns out, if it even turns out to be true. But I'm done with the goddamn weekly comic book nerd shit. And that brings... Call your neighbors, call your friends, and tell them to watch my show! Sorry about that.
The power is pumping, arrows in your hand. Now your heart is thumping, fire as quick as you can.
God damn it! Well, there's no way to edit that shit out. So I just gotta say, this is what happens when someone who is under the influence of illegal substances is left alone with technology and left alone to run an entire fucking show all by himself. A live show, I might add, without any script and shit. Gotta press all these buttons here by myself. But that's what happens. So let that be your life advice to take home for the evening. If you ever decide to do some kind of fucking live show on YouTube and shit, and you want to look all professional and ass, make sure you have enough money to hire some type of white, virgin-ass, Protestant motherfucker, sober motherfucker, to run all the buttons and press all the shit so that you don't publicly embarrass yourself live in front of the two people that are watching you and shit. And you don't lose one more subscriber this week. Cheers. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week. Woke back.
Live.
What the fuck, man? Fucking running like lady, eh?